DETV News is powered by DART, Delaware's transit service. Moving forward.
Tonight, officials unveil plans for a $195 million boost to the Edgemoor port terminal. Details on this game-changing investment. Plus, troubles at Chemours, a wave of class action lawsuits and federal investigations rock the Delaware-based chemical giant. And Delaware is one step closer to making a medical school a reality here in the first state. Those stories and much more straight ahead tonight on DETV News. Good evening and welcome to DETV News. I'm Matt Ford. Thanks for being with us. Here's what's making headlines this Wednesday, May 8th. Wilmington-based Chemours is facing a wave of class action lawsuits as the fallout from financial irregularities deepens. Multiple law firms have taken legal action against the former DuPont spinoff following revelations of significant financial discrepancies earlier this year. Federal investigations are underway with at least two top executives parting ways with the company amidst the turmoil. With over 6,000 employees, Chemours stands as one of Delaware's largest employers and consistently earns recognition as a top workplace here in the state. Trouble surfaced back in February when the company placed its CEO, CFO, and controller on leave after an ethics hotline tip disclosed financial reporting issues. Subsequent audits alleged executive involvement in financial maneuvers to inflate reported cash reserves and executive bonuses. Despite stock fluctuations, investors found solace in the audit's conclusion that the financial company's stability remained intact. However, legal experts warn of potential damages as investigations continue into the alleged malpractices, signaling a turbulent road ahead for the chemical giant. And state officials have unveiled plans for a major financial boost to the Edgemoor port terminal near the Port of Wilmington. The state will contribute $195 million, forming a significant portion of the $635 million investment earmarked to what is poised to become, quote, the largest shipping terminal in Delaware since 1923. This initiative aims to establish a green port that will expand the Port of Wilmington's container cargo capacity fourfold. This expansion will accommodate larger container ships navigating global waters. Governor John Carney hailed the project as Delaware's most crucial infrastructure endeavor since Route 1, emphasizing its potential to enhance the state's competitiveness in cargo transportation and generate new employment opportunities in Wilmington. Upon completion, the combined entity will be known as Port Delaware, with the proposed nickname of the First State Gateway. State investment, primarily sourced from abandoned property revenues, is poised to around $250 million, with additional federal and private contributions. Port operator and structures commitment amounts to $335 million, primarily designed for construction and equipment expenses. Construction, slated to occur in 3 separate phases, is projected to create thousands of jobs and yield substantial tax revenues for the state. And to a developing story out of Wilmington, police are investigating 2 separate shootings that they say may be related. The events unfolded Wednesday afternoon, with first alert reaching authorities just shy of 2:15 in the afternoon. Emergency crews were promptly dispatched following reports of a gunshot, victims seeking assistance at a fire station somewhere along Newcastle Avenue. Well, simultaneously, another distress call drew police to a second shooting victim located nearby on South Hield Street. Both individuals with multiple gunshot wounds were taken to a local trauma center for medical attention. Wilmington police are actively investigating the circumstances surrounding these shootings and working to learn of any potential links between them. And in other news, 2 boys struck by a car near Price's Corner on Monday afternoon, one fatally, are students in the Red Clay Consolidated School District. Officials confirmed that Wednesday. They say the entire Red Clay Consolidated School District community is heartbroken by this loss, and our thoughts and prayers are with the families, loved ones, and staff during this difficult time. That's according to a district statement. The students were hit by a car swerving across a double yellow line on Falkland Road near Centreville Road, per Newcastle County Police. Both boys were taken to Chemours Children's Hospital, where the 10-year-old had later died. The 12-year-old was treated and released. Now, the 17-year-old driver was injured but later discharged. Red Clay Consolidated School District emphasizes student safety as a top priority amid ongoing police investigations. The district's crisis response team is offering support at this time. They say, quote, "As we try to come to terms with this devastating event, we stand together in our commitment to support each other." And turning to other news now, a pivotal step in healthcare reform looms as Delaware's Senate Executive Committee deliberated over House Bill 350 on Tuesday. The bill, spearheaded by Speaker of the House Representative Valerie Longhurst and Senate Majority Leader Brian Townsend, proposes the establishment of a Delaware Hospital Cost Review Board. This six-person panel would wield the authority to scrutinize hospital budgets via state healthcare expenditure benchmarks, with non-compliance potentially triggering performance measure improvements. During the extensive committee session, parallels were drawn to Vermont's Green Mountain Care Board, which oversees hospital operations here in the state. Insights from Vermont's experience shared by DHSS Deputy Director David Bentz and UVM Health Network CEO John Broomstead underscored the complexities and potential pitfalls of such regulatory frameworks. Critics, including Dr. Kara Odom Walker and Delaware Hospital Association CEO Brian Frazee, emphasizes the need for a broader perspective beyond hospital-centric analysis. However, proponents like Senator Townsend stress the bill's role in fostering transparency and accountability in the healthcare sector. With its passage through the Executive Committee, HB 350 now awaits deliberation and voting on the Senate floor, signaling a crucial juncture in Delaware's healthcare landscape. To other news now, Delaware State Police have disclosed the identities of the victims involved in last week's tragic murder-suicide down in Magnolia, Delaware. The incident, which shocked the Barrett Farm community, claimed the lives of Vicki Williams, age 38, and her boyfriend, Evan Kablayan, 43 years old. Authorities have confirmed that Charles Williams III, Vicki's ex-husband, was apparently the shooter. The harrowing events unfolded on April 29th when troopers responded to reports of gunfire at the residence on Cilantro Drive. Upon arrival, they discovered Vicki Williams fatally shot outside the home. Inside, they found Kablayan and Charles Williams III deceased. Neighbors expressed disbelief, describing the neighborhood as typically serene. According to reports, Charles Williams III had confessed to the shootings in a communication with a family member before taking his own life. Law enforcement's cautious approach included repeated calls for occupants to exit the residence before entering nightfall. 3 children were reportedly present during the incident. The investigation led to the closure of the neighborhood for several hours. And a rescheduled public hearing slated for June will tackle proposed regulations aiming to bring order to the burgeoning short-term rental market here in Wilmington. In response to complaints from residents about disturbances caused by nearby Airbnb and Verbo properties, city officials are moving forward with plans to establish guidelines for these accommodations. The proposed ordinance, spearheaded by Councilperson Brigida Fields and co-sponsored by Councilperson Nathan Field, includes measures such as implementing a 3% lodging tax on each booking and mandating rules for rental owners. However, some in the industry argue that the regulations could stifle business, particularly a provision potentially limiting rentals to owner-occupied properties. Originally set for discussion in the City Council's Community Development and Urban Planning Committee, the ordinance will now be addressed on June 13th. It aims to address concerns over late-night parties, increased traffic, and other disturbances attributed to short-term rentals here in the city. And tensions are high in Rehoboth Beach as the city's choice for a new manager sparks heated debate. The appointment of Taylor Tedder, set to earn $250,000 annually with $750,000 loan forgiveness clause, has ignited controversy down in Sussex County. At a recent workshop, concerns shifted to Tedder's qualifications. While the city charter mandates 4 years of city management and engineering experience, he apparently falls short with 3 years in city management experience. Mayor Stan Mills defended his decision, emphasizing compliance with the charter's spirit. Yet skepticism persists among many residents. Some, like Jim Johnson, question Tedder's eligibility, while others, such as Dane Northern, criticize the benefit package. Mark Basile wondered about the hiring process as well. Efforts to amend the charter are postponed now, pending further community input. Tedder assumes his office on May 15th. And staying down in Rehoboth, the stage is set for a pivotal showdown in the city as the municipal election looms large on Saturday, August 10th. With the 2 board members of commissioners' seats are up for grabs, each offering a 3-year term. Aspiring leaders have until 4:30 p.m. on Monday, June 3rd to submit their nominating petitions. The city ordinance mandates that these petitions bear the signatures of fewer than 10 and no more than 25 qualified electors of Rehoboth Beach. Candidates will face the scrutiny of the commissioners themselves during an evaluation set for the June 21st meeting. Each contender's credentials and vision for the city will be discussed. And the Delaware Alliance for Nonprofit Advancement, also known as DANA, is gearing up for a rally next Wednesday, May 15th. It's going to be outside Legislative Hall in Dover. The organization, representing over 550 nonprofit entities and allies statewide, is advocating for critical changes in state support for their services. Sheila Bravo, president and CEO of DANA, emphasized the indispensable role nonprofits play in Delaware's fabric, offering essential services to various demographics. Despite their contributions, Bravo notes the state support falls short of covering service costs adequately. Bravo calls for policy adjustments mirroring those seen nationally, urging Delaware to address issues like delayed payments, opaque contract procedures, and inflation-driven escalators. Additionally, she highlighted the need for more transparent grant and aid reforms. In a plea to legislators, Bravo stresses the importance of bolstering nonprofit resilience for the betterment of constituents, communities, and the state. With their rally, DANA seeks not just attention, but actionable support to ensure Delaware's nonprofit sector can thrive and serve effectively. And a recent study by the Sussex Economic Development Action Committee says a medical school in the region could be viable. The news comes after a 9-month review of Sussex County's healthcare landscape. The study acknowledges the pressing need to address the county's shortage of physicians, which could worsen in the future. According to the committee, their objective is to enhance healthcare services while contributing to the regional economy. The report outlines a strategy to collaborate with an established medical school in establishing a branch campus in Sussex County focusing on an existing osteopathic medical program. This approach emphasizes holistic healthcare, incorporating lifestyle changes alongside medical treatments. Key healthcare systems in the county, including Bay Health, BB Healthcare, and Tidal Health Nanticoke, are reported to support this collaborative effort. These systems would be crucial for providing clinical training to students. Organizers are set to convene for further review of the report's findings and recommendations. The study highlights potential economic benefits, such as job creation and addressing Delaware's healthcare workforce shortage. As discussions continue, the committee envisions the potential for a medical school in Sussex County not only to fulfill healthcare needs, but to also stimulate economic growth in the region. For more information on the study and its findings, you can visit the website on your screen. And in a move spurred by legislation passed unanimously in 2021, the Delaware Department of Insurance has taken regulatory control over pharmacy benefit managers. This action aims to address the industry's significant role in escalating healthcare costs and consolidating the pharmacy market. Commissioner Trinidad Navarro announced that the department has conducted pioneering exams of PBMs along with ongoing assessment in progress. These examinations aim to enforce existing guidelines and best practices, as the PBMs industry was unregulated in Delaware before 2021. Well, PBMs serve as intermediaries for prescription drug plans, influencing medication coverage as well as costs. They generate substantial revenue through various means, including manufacturer rebates and negotiated savings, while consumer costs, well, they continue to rise. The largest PBMs also own pharmacy chains wielding considerable market power to impose low reimbursement rates on independent pharmacies. Navarro stressed the importance of fostering transparency and accountability within the PBM sector to profit consumers from unjustified pharmaceutical expenses and pharmacy monopolies. And 36 shelter dogs embarked on a journey from Las Cruces, New Mexico to new homes right here in Delaware on Tuesday. Faithful Friends Animal Society welcomed the canines ranging from just 8 weeks old to 6 years old after their arduous 2-day trip. Star Foster Schneider, their dedicated guardian during the journey, cited lax spay and neuter regulations in New Mexico as the reason for their jeopardy. Well, Faithful Friends, recognizing the need for assistance, stepped right up to help. Executive Director Jane Pernos-Tazi emphasized the ongoing struggle in certain regions with overcrowding, particularly for larger dogs, with adoption events and ongoing reduced fees through May 15th. Faithful Friends invites potential pet owners to visit their facility or website to meet these special pups awaiting their forever homes. Well, speaking of pups, a bill is making its way through the Delaware General Assembly, and it's trying to encourage people to adopt a retired law enforcement dog and provide some help for those that may already do so. House Bill 287 was unanimously approved on Wednesday. The state government would reimburse the dog owners $1,500 a year for vet care. The bill is sponsored by Laurel Area Representative Tim Dukes. It was sent to the Senate, where it will be reviewed by the Corrections and Public Safety Committee. And Delaware residents are urged to take note. A statewide residential burn ban is now in effect until the end of September. The Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control, also known as DENREC, issued the ban, citing concerns over air quality during the ozone season. The prohibition covers all residential open burning activities and carries penalties ranging from $100 to $500, with the possibility of criminal charges. However, recognized groups can still conduct ceremonial fires, and recreational burn activities like cooking fires or campfires, they're permitted, albeit with limitations. DENREC encourages residents to report any illegal burning activities to their environmental complaint hotline. That hotline is 1-800-662-8802. For further details, you can visit DENREC's website as well. And the Wilmington Fire Department initiated its 43rd training academy this week, ushering in a cohort of 15 recruits poised to undergo rigorous training over the next 3 months in pursuit of becoming a Wilmington firefighter. Each day, the recruits will engage in a demanding schedule comprising of 90 minutes of physical training in the morning, followed by 8 hours of classroom instruction. Selected from a competitive applicant pool of 135, the cohort comprises of 14 men and 1 woman. Successful completion of the academy by all 15 recruits would bolster the fire department's personnel to its authorized strength of 156. Congratulations to them, off to a great start. That's going to do it for today's edition of DETV News. Be sure to follow us all across your favorite social media platforms. And for a look at what's happening all around Delaware, head to our website. That's detvch.com. With tonight's news, I'm Matt Ford. Shakira and I will join you again here tomorrow night. Take care. We don't talk about prostate cancer enough, and it's the most diagnosed form of cancer and the second most common cause of cancer death among Black men in both Delaware and the United States. Approximately 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in their lifetime, but just by asking your healthcare provider if you should get a screening could help you detect prostate cancer early and save your life. So let's talk about it. Talk to your healthcare provider today about a prostate cancer screening if you are 40 years of age or older, or have a family history of prostate cancer. If you don't have insurance, or if your insurance doesn't pay for cancer screenings, Screening for Life may provide you with the screenings that you need, and Nurse Navigators make this process easier. To learn more, visit healthydelaware.org/prostate or call 211. Ask your healthcare provider about a prostate cancer screening, and you're asking for so much more.